Let's go.
All right, evening. What is this? Day 27, and I think this is July 2nd. Leaving my albergue, and let me talk about the albergues real quickly. Really, the albergues all along the trail have been pretty good experiences. I mean, sometimes some of the beds are definitely more comfortable than others, but they've all been usually really good experiences with the people that I meet, the other pilgrims, and the people running the albergues have been really great experiences. Without going into any detail, without dwelling on it, let me just say, not so much last night. And in fact, I'm going to be operating on very little sleep today. So that'll make things a little more interesting today. But I'm feeling good, actually, despite my lack of sleep. And moving on, and I'm about 30K from what's going to be a pretty significant ascent up over the next mountain range as I summit the next mountain range. But that will be tomorrow. So I'm going to try to do, things go well today, I'll do a 30K to get me right at the base of that range, so that tomorrow morning I'll start climbing immediately and try to get over that range as early in the day as possible before the heat of the day hits, and to make it that much easier. So that's where I am, and I better check my GPS to make sure that I'm headed in the right direction, because things are getting a little bit confusing now, and I want to make sure that, I think I see, okay, good, I think I see yeah, there's a sign, so I'm heading in the right direction. I'm about ready to head over a bridge, which means I'm heading out of this town. This town actually was a nice little town. I had a lot of stuff, actually. It looked small, but there was pharmacies and all kinds of stores and lots of restaurants. And of course, I met some, even though I walked all by myself all day yesterday, I ran into Jeff and Tina again, and a couple of their friends from Great Britain, and sat down with, when I had dinner, sat down with them and had a nice talk, and stayed out kind of late, actually, which was actually turned out to be no problem, because as I said, I got very little sleep last night anyway. So let's see how today goes. Okay, I'm heading into what technically is my third town for today, but it's the first one that I think I might stop at and see if I can find a little breakfast. And yeah, I've been joined by a couple of guys that have decided to walk with me for the last quarter mile or so. Anyway, they seem to be curious about me. So but anyway, I'm hoping that I can find some place in here to get a little breakfast. I'm supposed to be entering the town, although there's so many trees I can't really see much of anything yet. A few outlying buildings, although I see some cars up here, and through down the road a little bit I see some rooftops. So yeah, I'm just about to what I'm hoping will be my first stop for today. Okay, yeah, so here's the little town that hopefully I'm gonna find some breakfast. At the very least, I need to get some water, because I do not have any water, and I think it might be a while before I have another option for any kind of resupply. Okay, I just ran into another pilgrim that I had met way back. Hadn't seen him in a long time, and actually he reminded me that today is Sunday, so I may find it hard to find a place open to get anything here right now. So I'm gonna have to reassess my situation, and yikes. Okay, at the very least I gotta find some water, but I could probably find a fountain for that, although I've been trying to avoid those since I'm still not quite sure where my stomach issues have come from. But okay, well, I'll let you know how things go, but I'd really like to get some breakfast. I mean, I've got some granola bars and stuff like that in my bag, so I'm not gonna go hungry. and I'll, like I said, almost certainly find at least a fountain somewhere. So it's gonna be okay. Here's a cafe right up here, but it looks closed because today is Sunday. So, all right, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've entered with, looks like maybe the town square, and it looks like we've got at least one restaurant getting ready to open. So that's good. Okay, yeah, got lucky. Found a restaurant that, I mean, it was just really basic, this sort of cake kind of thing, and a cup of coffee. But I was also able to buy some water there and refill my bottles. So it all worked out, and ran into my Camino friend Maria from Oregon, and sat down and had a little breakfast with her. She's already taken off, and so I may catch up with her down the road. But yeah, this was a nice little town, but I'm heading on my way. I'd like to do maybe another 25 kilometers or so today if I can, maybe even a little more. If I'm feeling good, I might actually try to work my way up about another 4 kilometers to a little town that's part of the way up that ascent that I will be doing tomorrow. So yeah, I want to have a good day today, and you know, do what I can to make tomorrow a little bit easier if I can. So if I can get a few extra kilometers in today and actually get partly up that climb for tomorrow, that would be great. Looking up at this building right here, this is pretty spectacular. What the heck is that? It looks like some sort of palace or something. It's not a cathedral. Well, that's kind of, everything has a cross on it, so I'm not sure what this is, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, this is a fun little town. I better pay attention to my Camino signs, make sure I don't get off, because yeah, this town is funny. It looked like a little town as I was entering it, but it's a pretty good size actually. All right, so yeah, since I've left that town where I got some breakfast, I've mainly been just sort of winding around the mountains here, right next to this this road that is not very. I've only had a couple of cars, seen a couple of cars even on it. So up there's looks like a road that's more heavily traveled. But yeah, just walking my way through these hills, and the ascents and descents have not been very bad today. It's tomorrow where I'm going to be going up for a good part of the day. So I don't know how many feet it is, the ascent, but it's I guess it's comparable to that first day climbing out of St. Jean-Pied-de-Port. Okay, still trekking along. Haven't come to another town since the town where I had my little breakfast, and it's another day where I'm pretty much on my own, hiking by myself, so no one to talk to. But it's the weather's nice. There's lots of shade, and it's not too hot, so things are going well. I have crossed paths a couple of times with my friend Maria from Oregon, and then I think I mentioned earlier that I ran into my friend Jonas from Switzerland just as I was entering that town. I was really surprised to see him because he's a pretty quick walker, and I'd missed a couple of days because of being sick. I thought he would probably be way ahead of me by now, but he must have found a few things that maybe he decided to stay an extra day in Lyon or something like that. I don't know, because it was way back early on, like the first week on the trail when I met Jonas, and he and I were in the same albergue for 2, maybe 3 nights in a row, and got to know each other fairly well. So yeah, it was a big surprise to run into him this morning. So he may be catching up with me and passing me on the trail if he hasn't already. He might have passed me when I stopped for breakfast, actually. So if that's the case, I probably won't catch him. Yeah, we'll see. Actually, it looks like I might be entering a little town now, finally, because I have been walking for a while. What's this say up here? It's been spray painted over. Pereja? Is the town, maybe? I don't know, something like that. I'll have to take a look at my my chart and see exactly where I am. So, but yeah, I've probably done around 15 kilometers so far, I think. Maybe more, who knows? Okay, so I'm gonna head up here and see what town this is. And don't really need a break, but I might take a little break, because I know I passed my friend Maria a while back, and if I take a little break, she might catch up with me and I'll see her again. So. Looks like we might have a little cafe right there, but looks like they're not really open for business right now. So. Hola. Hola, buenos días. Okay, so this was a quick little in and out town. Not much to offer there. On to the next. I don't know how much further it will be, but we'll see. I know I'm going to go at least another 10 kilometers today. Probably more like 15, because I'm feeling pretty good. The weather's been terrific. As far as the temperature, and so yeah, we'll see how things go. Okay, I'm entering or approaching the town of Sabadell, and it looks like this must be like a little logging town or something. I see the lumber, the logs stacked up, tree trunks stacked up all along the way here, and you can smell the freshly cut wood, so kind of a nice smell. And as I'm looking ahead, I think I might even be able to see some buildings coming up here, so I should be entering. Yeah, there's some kind of building up there, or a gate or something. So I should be entering the town within the next 5 or 10 minutes, I would think. So, and we'll see what's there. I don't really feel like I need to take a break right now, but if there's something, well, especially if there's something that looks appealing, something cold to drink, I might stop and have a nice cold drink if it's available. All the stacks of lumber, and I can now see into town, and I can definitely see a cafe with lots of people sitting down, so there must be something pretty good up there. So I suppose I'm gonna have to at least take my pack off for a little while and have something cold to drink. Okay, well, that cold drink turned into a second breakfast when I walked in there and I saw they were slicing. They had a meat slicer, and they were slicing fresh bacon and frying eggs. And everywhere you go here and you get orange juice, it's freshly squeezed. They got oranges right there, and they squeeze it right in front of you. And I just could not pass that. I wasn't even really even hungry, but that'll be like my lunch for today, I guess. And feeling good, and I definitely have a full belly right now. And then after I finished all of that, I cameled up with drinking about half my bottle, a liter of water, and so I should be well hydrated. And I would, like I said earlier today, if I actually start part of that ascent up the mountain today, heading towards that first town up the mountain, I'm guessing I could probably get there by 2 o'clock. So you know, we'll see how I feel, but I should be in pretty good shape at the end of the day, and ready to take on that summit tomorrow. And that'll be the last significant summit of the Camino for me. So yeah, it's hard to believe that I'm only a week away from Santiago right now. Okay, I'm still pretty much all alone today. When I stopped at the cafe, there were 3 or 4 pilgrims there that I had met before, and said hi to them again, but left them behind, and I'm out on my own again. And yeah, I've been just sort of reflecting. I mean, you almost get into a trance when you're by yourself and you're just, you know, walking one step after another. Even when the scenery is really beautiful, you get in kind of a trance or a state of meditation and start reflecting, and that's sort of what I've been doing today, just sort of reflecting on things. And I think I'm not sure if I this made it as any of my previous videos, but you know, I have been doing some reflection, but I think in one of my previous videos I mentioned that I really choose to keep that to myself, a lot of that stuff, and so I haven't gone into any kind of detail. But I've been thinking, I mean, my blog, you know, my retirement blog that I started, or blog, since I'm videoing, it's a vlog. You know, I mean, I call it, you know, it's called Not Dead Yet, you know, and so that's certainly, especially once you get my age, you know, mortality is something that you do think about. And as I've been walking along, I've been sort of saw this metaphor of, I mean, when you're born, you get this big reservoir of life, like a tub full of water. And but what you don't realize is that life, as soon as you're born, pulls the plug. But when you got a big tub of water, you don't even notice that drain and the water gradually going through that drain. But you know, eventually, as that tub starts to empty, you notice that little whirlpool. And as the water gets lower and lower, and then you realize that, you know, your reservoir is coming to an end, and that's, I guess, once you get to be my age, you know, you see that whirlpool, and all of a sudden you notice there's a bottom to the tub, and you know, you start looking at life differently. And you know, I'm not dead yet, but I do see that whirlpool, and so you know, I'm just trying to make the most of it. I realize that I've been a lucky person all my life. I've had, yeah, definitely, you know, some challenging times, and had some things to deal with, but all in all, I've been a lucky guy. Had a pretty good, lots of opportunities, dodged some bullets for sure, and come out, you know, on the positive side of almost every issue. And you know, as my reservoir gets lower and lower, I just want to take advantage of you know, the good fortunes that I've had and get the most out of what I got left. So yeah, I guess that's my metaphor, and that's my reflection for today. So yeah, there we go. Okay, so I have decided to go on and start heading up the mountain for my ultimate goal today. So, and it's hot, but I'm feeling pretty good, and I just feel like I'm up for the challenge. So we'll see how it goes. I'm sure when I get there, which is probably going to be in about 45 minutes to an hour, I'll be ready to call it a day.